Here's the issue. I got this tissue box in the back of my truck. It always moves about, and when I need it, I can never find it because it's all over the back seat and all over the floorboard. Today, we're going to take a piece of oak and make a tissue box holder to keep it in place. When I'm sitting in the truck, I want to be able to reach back here and grab a tissue. And knowing that they're right here within reach all the time, it'd be nice to have this fixed here without them taking up the space in the front. I have this little area in the back, right between the seats, where I'd like my tissues to be kept. But they don't necessarily need to be in a permanent spot, but they move about. So we're going to build this box measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. So with that, we're going to build it up about 2 1/2 inches because this board we have is 5 inches, and that way we can get a couple sides out of each piece. So I cut a couple of strips to 2 1/2 inches wide and got them ready for creating the 45-degree angle. So to know where my extension of my blade is, I have this red line marked permanently on my table saw. So when I put the edge of this, I know it's going to cut the back end of this 45-degree bevel. And my saw is raised up just enough to go above this, and I have this clamp so we can cut this bevel. Here's how you get this measurement right. So I have the angle it has to cut for this bevel, and I have my line drawn on here at 4 1/2 inches. And I'm going to move this up to where I get the saw blade tooth making contact with that line right there, and I can clamp it. Come back and make sure we're still, and that looks good. That's clamped. Now we can saw it. So another way to check to see if your pieces are cut properly is stack them end to end. If they're the same height, you got them cut right. So there we go. Next step is you're going to take the bottom and just glue it on, and we'll come back and even up that later. So after the bottom is dried, we get our hand plane out, we clamp down our box. We just plane off a little small slivers just to take the burn marks away from the edge of the box. Then we take our block plane and we chamfer over all of the corners just to round it over to make it nice and easy and soft to the touch. A few coats of spray on poly, and we'll have our box complete and finished. Alright, our last step is to put some CA glue and glue our top on. So we've had this in our refrigerator staying nice and cool. It doesn't dry out. You're not worried about any immediate fast dry. So what we're going to do, just put a clamp on this. I think we'll just weight this thing down here. Let it dry. Okay. Okay, my Velcro pad's all glued in. That'll touch the carpet Box of tissues fit nicely. Now I'm going to go put it in my truck. Here's our tissue holder. Velcro on the bottom. Put it against the carpet. Doesn't slip or slide. And you take your tissues, put them in the box. You can reach from the front to the back and grab these without these rolling about in the back seat. So if you liked our video on how to build a tissue holder for your car or truck, give us a thumbs up. Want to see more of our videos? Consider subscribing down below. And as usual, come back and see me real soon.